Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. The new week has just dropped, guys. I did get a chance to check this out on the data mine, but unfortunately not enough time to put a video up before it actually went into the game. That being said, we did get a new banner. It is looking interesting, and it does look like we are getting an update to the Monster Hunter crossover event. That being said, let's jump into the notices, and I will be doing a full content overview for what is dropping into the game this week. Alright, so that being said, I think this is the very first thing that is new. That's right, June 19th, that is today. So let's click into this. Additional information here on the Monster Hunter Rathalos in the Midgar Skies. Now, I didn't think they were going to add something new to this, but I'm actually pretty excited that they are. It looks like more rewards, so let's see here. The newly added lottery box character-specific weapon parts can be obtained through the exchange. Alright, so that's pretty sick. So it looks like we have some silver and bronze tickets here, along with some good synth catalysts as well. So I'm going to take a look at that before the end of the video in the actual event. Other than that, we do have the arrival of the critical threat Blitzrad on now, and I will tell you guys this is going to be a boss that I believe is weak to water just based on the new banner that just dropped here in the game. So for those of you guys that did actually pull on Glenn's Limit Break costume and got it built up a little bit, it is going to be pretty solid here. I'm hoping there's multiple different ways to go about this boss, as there normally is, but that being said, let's go down. So this is going to be a critical threat, so the crash will be coming in 1 week. But right up till now, I think we'll just have the up to the EX2. I believe the EX3 and the crash will both drop next week. This is a ticket gathering event, and as you get the tickets, you can use them to buy out boxes and then open up new boxes once you get the selected reward items. But I don't really recommend going so crazy on it at the beginning, just because once the golden tickets are dropped 1 week from today, it's easier to farm the event at that point, because farming gold tickets still gives you silver and bronze. That being said, let's see here. Perform victory draws to get luxurious rewards. So there is a new weapon coming for Aerith here. We are getting some Aerith specific weapon parts, which is fantastic for everyone that's looking to level up their Commodore wand. And then we also have Aerith memories right here. Just so you guys know, for those of you that are interested in leveling up the Commodore wand, if you have it like OB4 or higher, then yeah, you can dump your parts into it. But if you have it more like OB1 or OB2, I recommend just saving all the parts until you have the amount that you would need in order to get it to like OB6. And then at that point in time in the game, which is going to be probably a long ways away, you can decide if you want to actually use those parts then, based on everything that has changed in the game up until that point. I say this because I had the original Zidane blade at like OB1. I took it to OB2, then I took it to OB3. And then I ended up just abandoning the weapon. So those 400 parts, if I would have just saved them, I would have ended up not using them. So that's why I'm letting you guys know now. All right, other than that, let's see, jackpot prizes. The new rod, which is the Rad Rod, their names have been pretty interesting lately. Cat Megaphone. All right, so this one has Water Surge. It is an AoE damage one with boost magic attack up by 31 points. All right. Other than that, there is a new shop review, so I will be doing that in this content overview today. All right. Other than that, there is a new banner. I did foresee this coming. I thought for sure they were definitely going to put in a new banner. Most people that were waiting in Monster Hunter for Tifa and Aerith probably drew right in the first week. So it wouldn't have made sense, in my opinion, for them to draw out that banner. However, that being said, there is a new Sephiroth in Glen featured weapon. Sephiroth will be getting a new costume. I think it looks pretty sick. It's pretty similar to Yuffie's buff debuff extension costume. So it looks like in this draw, new weapons that can be equipped by Sephiroth and Glen, respectively, will be featured. So let's take a look at the new weapons, guys. All right, so Sephiroth's weapon, which looks pretty freaking sick. It kind of reminds me of Raiden's sword. from Metal Gear Solid, like the Raiden only game. I can't remember the name of the game. It was like Revengeance or something like that. Anyway, it does look pretty freaking awesome. I love how it like glows blue. I'll show you guys in the actually, let's just go look at it right now. So if you go to the campaigns right or general right here, you should be able to see the new wallpaper for it. It's right here. And this thing just looks absolutely sick. I love how Sephiroth kind of just like looks back at the camera like that with that glowing blue sword. Looks freaking rad. Not gonna lie, guys. All right, so let's jump back over to the notices and let's go down and look at these weapons. All right, so Sephiroth's sword, Tempest, 4 ATB cost, command ability, Torrential Thrust. Inflicts up to 700% water physical damage upon a single enemy. Drastically decreases the enemy's water resistance when the caster's HP is 50% or more. So this is essentially a water pressure ridge, right? Like Zack's was pressure ridge and it was ice. I can't remember the exact damage on the pressured ridge. I thought it was higher than this. I thought pressured ridge was 850%. Let's jump over and just really quickly look at that just to see. I have it somewhere here. Let's just find it. Mine is base 5-star, so it should be easy. All right, so right here. OB10. Oh, it's actually higher than this one. This one's only 620%. So it's actually it's a step up, guys, by 80% DPS, which is actually kind of a big jump. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Other than that, it also has an imperil that is gonna go what it looks like with a single copy mid to high, and then probably is going to be high to high at OB6. So pretty damn solid weapon. Glenn's weapon over here called Slay the Day. Pretty sick name. Both of these actually have really cool names. This one is a 3 ATB cost, guys. I repeat, 3 ATB cost. Always something to keep your eyes on. This one's called Rising Strike. It inflicts up to 420% non-elemental physical damage upon a single enemy with ATB 3, reduces the enemy's physical defense, okay, but no drastic there. Also drastically increases water damage when the caster's HP is 50% or more. So these kind of DPS support weapons are becoming more and more common in the game, and it looks like basically every character with an Arcanum set is getting one of these weapons slowly over time. So we can assume that Zack will get a physical lightning one, Tifa will get a magic lightning one, etc., right? Now, whether or not this is going to be worth to pull or not is hard to say. I will be making a to pull or not to pull video, which will come out tomorrow morning, guys. But off the bat, I feel like unless you're trying to go crazy on this new event where these are obviously going to be very helpful, it's probably an easier skip. These are also going to be super helpful in the fight against Ramuh. However, Ramuh doesn't come into the game until August, meaning that both of these weapons will likely be wishlistable by that point in time. All right, so that being said, let's go down and look at Sephiroth's new gear. His is called the Natant Jacket. Let's just see. Sephiroth's is physical. Okay. Sephiroth is getting another physical Arcanum costume. This one is going to be buff debuff extension. It's not the plus, it's just the regular. But to be honest, it's not too far away from the Arcanum version of it. Extends buff debuff effect duration. To be honest, I feel like they might have taken a page out of Yuffie's costume book for Sephiroth's new costume. They both have these like kind of like puffy snow jackets going on for their buff debuff extension. We'll take a look at it later when we go check out the actual draw. And it also is coming with Waterblade Arcanum here. It looks pretty cool. It is tempting. For me, this is a definite pass. Whether or not I do one single pull to see if I want to get one of those weapons or not, also unlikely, but it is something that I am keeping in mind. So once I take a little bit more time to actually overview this banner and kind of ponder the months to come, then I will be able to give you guys some more information on whether or not and how I feel about this banner itself. Other regarding the wish list using the stamp card. So this is just base information that has to do with the banner. All right, so that is going to conclude the notices part of the video. Let's jump into the shop and let's see what's been added. Critical Threat, there is a 5-star 300 paid gotcha ticket right here. To be honest, guys, I don't really pick these up anymore. I'd rather save, skip on 10 of these and then get one of the character specific packs like this, for example, or a weapon voucher. It's just, there's so many weapons in the game. However, if you're a newer player, these are absolutely fantastic, right? Where there's like even just having a single base copy of certain weapons can be really great for your account. I was definitely grabbing these 5-star gotcha tickets for a very long time for the 300 paid. It's a great deal. I think there's just a point in which it becomes less valuable. And for me, that point has happened. Now, these packs, however, are fantastic. I do not really recommend going for the Glen ones. There are certain characters in this game, guys, whose specific weapon parts are more valuable than other characters, all right? So I know that there are some players that will sometimes use their character-specific weapon parts on regular weapons. Now, I've done it like once in a blue moon for something. I will do it, like I did for the Red 13 banner, right? But that wasn't for... Oh, also for Cloud, I recommended it, right? But that was a limited weapon. So in my opinion, that was worth it, right? But like Cloud, Sephiroth, Aerith, Tifa, and Zack, right? These characters, these 5 characters get the most limited stuff, I think, out of every other character in the game, right? So their weapon parts are pure gold, guys, right? But like for Glenn, Lucia, Matt, Yuffie's kind of an in-between one, right? Because she could err on the side of the like big 5, but then she's also kind of in between as well, right? So for me, like for example, like if I click this, I have like 500 weapon parts for Glenn, and he like so rarely gets a limited weapon that I just don't see. I think that this pack is not quite as valuable for him in particular, because we tend to get more of these parts and not as much to spend them on, right? Whereas like Sephiroth's weapon parts, I actually still have 450 here. I stopped on Protector's Blade because I feel like you can wishlist them for the anniversaries. But essentially, I feel like between these two, Sephiroth is the more valuable pack. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. Still great, especially if your Stream Axe or whatever it's called, his Limit Break Draw one is close to OB6, which is really going to help with probably this event and Ramu. But other than that, I still think Sephiroth takes the upper hand between these two packs here, just based on his raw popularity in the game. Now, other than that, we have a bunch of other packs here. These are always... you know, standard packs that come out in the game. I do think that Applebot could make these packs better, more enticing, and draw more money from the community if they were to do that, just because I feel like these packs are basically like a waste. I mean, I could see people, you know, if you have the extra money and you're just buying out the shops, like hell yeah, like it's going to give you a bunch of extra mats and stuff. But for anyone that's even remotely aware of their spending in this game, this isn't something that anyone is ever going to purchase. So I can't see them actually making too much of a profit from any of these other things here. Now, these critical threat pats right here, these are really good. However, the only time I would ever buy one of these is when both of the characters are one of those big 5, right? So like Tifa Aerith, like I bought that pack actually from Monster Hunter Crossover because it had Tifa and Aerith on them, and they're 2 of the major ones on one. Most of the time they pair these packs with one big character and one smaller character in order to balance themselves out. But every so often you get 2 of the good ones on one single banner, and those are the ones I recommend getting. So for me, I don't think that this is actually worth it for Sephiroth and Glenn right here. But if you are super into both Seph and Glenn as characters and you love running them, then obviously this is a great pack for you guys. All right, other than that, let's jump over to the event right here. Okay, EM Bombers of Shinra. I wonder if I stayed in the top 100. Crap, so it's not actually telling me right here. Pretty sure I did, because I think I was like rank 50 yesterday. All right, other than that, let's jump into the Monster Hunter crossover here. Let's check out the new shop exchange. I don't think this is it right here. It's not. And here we have, okay, so it looks like we have some new stuff here. Synth Catalyst Dawn stock, and it isn't a new currency, right? So it's still using the silver scales and the silver pages, which is great, and makes it easier for everyone. And it looks like they also may have restocked. Yeah, they actually restocked a lot of the stuff in here to promote continuing work on this event, which is actually pretty awesome, I think. As long as the stamina rate to farming these things is worth it for you, it's to be slightly different for everyone, then yeah, I say go in there and clean that stuff out. Other than that, we have a do we have any more of these are the great ones, these lottery boxes down here. But it looks like we have, here are the event weapon draw tickets, stock times 100. I think that these are absolutely so stupid, and it's like there's I don't think that there's ever a situation where I'm going to choose the event weapon draw ticket over like this right here, where there's like 990 of them, right? Because these are just like, if the rates were better, right, then they would be great. But the rates are typical rates, and that's just so stupid in my opinion. So that being said, that is going to be covering the Monster Hunter event right there. Let's jump over and look at the Critical Threat Blitzrad Hunt. All right, so that does look like a pretty cool boss. Let's see if we can get some information on the boss right here. It does look like this is going to boost magic attack and water potency, which is interesting considering we just got 2 other event free weapons that both boost magic attack and water potency, and that is the chariot wheel and something else I can't quite remember. So I don't know, it just doesn't really seem like this should have been physical and boost water potency, not doubling up on magic, right? So now we're just going to have 3 and 4 of these, I guess, that are like 4 different magic attack water potencies with all the exact same stats. Here is the Blitzrad boss. Okay, so weakness, water, resistance, lightning. It is immune to poison, so unfortunately we're out on that little hack right there. It is immune to offensive breaks, physical attack, magic attack down. It is immune to magic defense down, but not physical defense down. So physical water builds are going to be imperative here. Uses powerful lightning element abilities, increases lightning potency with Plasma Roller, uses Summon Thunder Bomb to call forth 2 Thunder Bombs that deal great damage with Burst whenever they're put under 50% HP. I honestly feel like they could fill in this information a little better for all of their bosses. Give us more of the information on the fight. I think that would be great and wouldn't be too much, but that's just something that I would love to see. Other than that, I think that's going to basically conclude this one. So yeah, this one looks pretty fun. I will get you guys a guide for either the EX2 or EX3 as soon as I can regarding this event. And last but not least, let's jump over to the new featured draw right here. This one is going to be going until July 8th, which is going to be after, I would say, the first summer costumes drop. I don't know if they'll separate them. I imagine that probably, I don't know if they're actually going to separate them or not, which is going to be Lucia and Yuffie. But we do know that Vincent is coming in July, guys, so just keep that in mind. All right, other than that, I just want to take a very quick look at these weapons right here, just to look at them in their OB10 form. Physical attack 46, water potency 39, so nothing, that is standard. Physical ability 20%, physical ability 20%. That'd be nice to have a water up here, like Zax's is super good for that because it has that water ability damage up plus 35% or plus 30%. But it does have triangle sigil boost on it as well. All right, so pretty standard, very good weapon, of course, and it's going to have its moments. Other than that, let's look at the other axe right here, Slay the Day. Going to jump over to OB10. All right, so it's never going to go to high on the physical defense break, even at max. But the water potency boost will go to high, and I'm guessing that's going to go to high. Actually, it doesn't go to high even at base 5-star, even though it said drastic, I believe. So you do have to get it to OB6 in order to get that high boost right there. So this is kind of a a more dolphiny / whaley weapon, although I think even just having a base copy at this point will be pretty good, although for me that's a wish list item. If we look at this at base 5-star, it's going to be, yeah, mid to high at base 5, and then at OB6 it's going to go to high. So that's very similar to the Pressured Ridge. All right, guys. Well, that being said, that is going to conclude the content overview for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care and peace.